my people. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse today. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm happy to be here with you and excited. I'm recording right before the 4th of July, and so it's just kind of 4th of July week, and we are going to be talking about a really fun, patriotic kind of subject today. Happy birthday, America! But we're going to talk about it for next year, for 2026. So the title is Happy Birthday, America Next Year. America is turning 250, and it's time to rediscover your story and hers. So we are going to talk about a really amazing way to celebrate the birthday of America. So if you do the math, from 1776, America is 249 this year, which is, I'm recording in 2025. And that means that in 2026, she is turning 250. So that is super exciting. And some birthdays deserve more than just a cake. They call for a journey. And next year would be a perfect year to reconnect with America in a way that matters to you. And there are so many ways that you can do that. But I'm going to give you today some fun travel suggestions and ideas for just kind of starting to think about 2026 and how you can travel with purpose, how you can maybe help celebrate and commemorate the 250th birthday of the United States. So one way or one type of trip that you could do is one like a genealogy or tracing your roots kind of trip. And what better time to explore your American story? A few years ago, I helped a multi-generational family trace their roots to this tiny village in the Italian Dolomites, the mountains in Italy. And it was really fun. It was this tiny little out of the way town that they wanted to go to. And they spent time there with distant cousins, and they got to walk the same streets that their grandfather or great grandfather had walked. And it was just really amazing, just an incredible experience. Well, imagine doing something similar, but here in the US. Visit your grandparents' first towns in the US, or go look up immigration records on Ellis Island. Walk the farmland that your great grandparents owned. Like, find out where your roots are from and kind of do a little discovery trip to figure out your roots here in America. So whether you are going to Pennsylvania Dutch country or dusty Oklahoma, it doesn't matter. It's not just historical, it's a healing journey. And so that could be one really amazing way to celebrate America's 250th birthday. All right, speaking of multi-gen, let's talk about some multi-gen options. Picture this: grandparents, kids, and grandkids on the steps of Independence Hall in Boston, watching fireworks over the Boston Harbor. Multi-gen trips can be magical if they are built for everyone. You really need a wide appeal, a variety of activities for all different ages, and built-in connection moments that people can just really enjoy their time together. So some suggestions might be a colonial America cruise, or explore Civil War battlefields with a private guide, or do beach days along with museum stops, along with your Discovering America kind of trip. And all of those types of things are where I come in. I can help you create those moments throughout your trip or your vacation. So just let me know what it is that you are interested in, and I can help you create that vision. Okay, let's talk about road tripping. Hit the road like it's 1776. Not exactly, because walking it, driving it, tasting it is going to be totally current with this year, this generation. However, it does give you kind of a feel if you turn it into kind of a road trip for the land and the country. So, one idea: you could start in Boston, where the rebellion began, move on to Philadelphia and see the original Declaration of Independence, wander Williamsburg lantern-lit streets, and then cruise down to DC for the monuments. Or how about a revolutionary road trip? You could do overnight stays in these charming little inns, do food tours, behind the scenes access to heritage sites. There's just so many great ideas for what you could do on a road trip. Whatever you are dreaming up, I can help you with it. Okay, this one is kind of a big topic because it is celebrate on oceans and rivers. And a lot of the ocean and river cruise lines have already started planning their options and the way that they are going to be celebrating America's 250th. So I'm going to go through and walk you through a few options that you can book. And all of these are available and ready to book now for next year. We're just a year away from July 4th of 2026. And so they are all open and available. And right now still have availability. So let's start with an American Cruise Lines option. So American Cruise Lines is the river cruise in America, and they are the ones that are famous for the paddle wheel ships. Not all of their ships are paddle wheelers, but that's kind of what they're known for. They have this amazing cruise called the Great United States Cruise for next year. It spans 52 days. So if you're not able to do a 52-day, hang on, I've got more options for you in a minute. But let's talk about this 52-day trip. It's from Oregon to Massachusetts. You get to visit national parks, Yellowstone Glacier and Grand Teton, major rivers, and you end up July 4th in Boston. So amazing, right? That would be so incredible. So if you're interested in that, contact me and I can give you more information. However, American Cruise Lines also has shorter itineraries, everything from, 5-day, 7-day, 14-day, all kinds of different short itineraries. One includes a July 4th stop in Boston, so you can enjoy the celebrations and fireworks over Boston Harbor, and several that they have focus on history and culture. Now, if you can't go over July 4th, but you still want to do an American Cruise Lines cruise, that is fantastic. They have some really great historical ones. They've got some southern US ones. They've got the Northwest, if you want to explore the Columbia River, where the Lewis and Clark Trail was. So there's so many great options, and you don't have to just only look at like for July. You can look at any time, essentially from spring to fall. Okay, continuing on with ocean and river ideas. Carnival has some amazing options lined up. They have an America's 250th birthday celebration at sea. So what they have done is they have gotten all kinds of itineraries from U.S. home ports. So they all start in the U.S. They include ship meetups, deck parties, patriotic menus, trivia, live music, and sailings that converge on July 4th for mid-ocean fireworks. So if you want to participate in one of those sailings that gets to see the mid-ocean fireworks, those are the ships sailing from California, just so you know, not the Florida ones. So if you are interested in a 3 to 8 night celebration, so they have various lengths of cruises with a side of confetti, you can sail from Miami, Port Canaveral, Jacksonville, New York City, Long Beach, and San Francisco. So there are also 10 special cruises, and there's an event called the Sail Forth 250, and that features a flotilla of tall ships in the port of New York and New Jersey. So Carnival is going all out, and this would be a really fun way to celebrate with your family or just your significant other or friends or whoever you would want to take along. All right, continuing on with some oceans and rivers, let's talk about Holland America. Holland America also has an America's 250th celebration. Theirs is called the Stars and Stripes Voyage. It departs Boston the night of July 4th so that you'll have an opportunity to watch the fireworks before you sail out. And then it sails to Philadelphia, New York, and then St. John, New Brunswick. So it's just a very specific cruise. It's a different one than Holland America normally does. It's specifically for the 250th celebration. And they include lots of special onboard activities and events. And of course, a unique opportunity to celebrate America's 250th birthday because it is a one-time only itinerary. Like this is not an itinerary that is repeated. All right, what about Princess Cruises? So Princess also is jumping on the 250th celebration. They have a Canada and Colonial America 14-day itinerary, which sails from Quebec City down to Fort Lauderdale. So cool, all along that eastern seaboard. They stop in Boston, New York, Williamsburg, Gettysburg, just to name a few. They have these historic America cruise tours. So Princess is known for their amazing cruise tours, especially like in Alaska, where they own some lodges like the Denali National Park lodges and different places. And so they are known for They're great combinations of cruise plus a land-based journey. And this is what they are doing, combining a cruise plus a land-based journey, and they get to explore historical sites. So some cruises feature overnight stays in fun cities like Quebec or New York. They've just got some great options going on with Princess. Okay, now I want to talk about Scenic Eclipse. That's the name of one ship. It's a scenic ship. Now, Scenic does a lot of river cruises, but in this case, they're a small luxury ocean cruise liner. And they are celebrating America's 250th with a 12-day cruise. It starts with a land tour in Boston and New York, and then you board the Scenic Eclipse and you cruise on the Atlantic coast. So the highlights are Philadelphia, Wilmington, Baltimore, Charleston, Miami, Key West, and the Bahamas. So this is a really great itinerary as well. So let me know if you are interested in finding out more about that one. So many fun ocean and river celebrations, right? That's just amazing. Okay, but switching gears, what if you are still the jury's still out, you're still deciding? Well, I've got a couple of other ideas for you too. What about a national park kind of celebration? So you could go to the Redwoods in California. You could hike on Zion's breathtaking trails. You could go to Yellowstone and visit the wilderness of Yellowstone. There's just so many options. Or another fun option, if the national parks sound fun, but maybe you're looking for something different, I would totally love to help you get to a dude ranch. Dude ranches are amazing. They're like this incredible all-inclusive type of experience, super fun in the Western US, mostly Montana, Arizona, California, Colorado. Those are the main states that have dude ranches, and they are super fun. I can tell you all about them if you are interested. So, what do all of these things have in common? They have in common that they are already starting to book up. Plan now because everyone else will too. The truth is, I'm not the only one who realizes that next year, 2026, is this amazing special birthday. That charming inn in Williamsburg will be booked up. The best 4th of July fireworks cruise is going to be gone. The national park spots, you'll wish you had thought of it sooner. Even the domestic flights will fill faster than usual for people going all over the country. So I would highly, highly suggest planning early. Planning early means more than just better prices. It does mean better prices, but it also means better experiences and better rooms and way less stress. Just the ability to kind of have something already set. Now, if you start planning, let's say you listen to this or watch this and you're like, oh yeah, I totally need to start planning right now. And you contact me, the flights will not be available yet for a year from now. Flights don't become available until 330 days in advance. So we would have to wait a minute on flights, but we could totally start working on the rest of the package and then just add the flights. And I could always give you an approximate idea of what flights look like, just maybe not yet for your exact dates. But if you are looking to go maybe earlier in the summer, you're not waiting till 4th of July and you wanted to do something to celebrate, flights would be available for like May and even some a little bit into June. So start planning early. It's not just a trip. It's a tribute. It's a tribute to where you came from. It's a tribute to the land that has shaped our lives and our stories and who we are. It's a tribute to the memories that are waiting to be made. This is a once in a quarter millennium celebration. There is never going to be another 250th birthday for America, and I think it's super exciting. It's a really, really great opportunity to get to start thinking about how we're going to celebrate. So make 2026 the year that you don't just celebrate America, you get to experience it. So think about who you want to experience it with and what you want to do, what you want that to look like, and let's start thinking. Let's start planning. I would love to help you. Anyway, as you can see, I love talking about this topic. I think it's going to be so great, and I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for celebrating America, but it is going to be something fun. I just know it is. I've got some ideas percolating, and I've just shared with you a bunch. And so hopefully that has gotten you thinking, and we can start talking about it. So have a great 4th of July this year, and hopefully we will talk soon. If not, I will see you in a couple of weeks. If you have any suggestions for what you would like me to talk about or address on this podcast or in these videos, please let me know. Contact me and let me know what you would want to hear about or you're interested in, because I always love suggestions. And if you know people who also like to hear travel inspo and might be interested, please share with them. Please give them this info so that they can follow along as well. Okay, thanks a lot and happy summer and happy 4th of July. If you've enjoyed this podcast, I would invite you to like, share, or leave a review. Let's help grow our wellness travel community.